Welcome back to Fall Asleep to Science, where the stars are patient teachers and the night sky holds more truth than we can ever measure. Tonight, we will travel quietly into one of the strangest ideas the universe has ever whispered to us: the possibility that our Milky Way, our sun, our planet, and everything we know may be floating inside an enormous cosmic hole. It sounds impossible at first. A hole in space? But not a hole like the ones we imagine. Not darkness, not danger. This hole is made of calm, of lessness. It is a place where matter thins, where galaxies grow sparse, where gravity softens and silence stretches across unimaginable distances. And somehow, scientists believe that this might be where we live. So tonight, you don't have to travel outward through the universe. You're already there, already suspended in the great hollow between the filaments of creation, in a space that is mostly nothing, and yet full of meaning. Take a slow breath, and let that idea settle softly in your mind. When we look up at the night sky, it feels like everything is full. Thousands of stars, drifting dust, glowing gas, all shining and spinning and colliding in quiet harmony. But if we could step back, farther and farther still, we would see that the universe isn't crowded at all. It is mostly empty. Galaxies form thin threads across the darkness, weaving a vast structure scientists call the cosmic web, a network of light and silence, of presence and absence. Between those threads are the great voids, cosmic hollows that make up most of the universe's volume. We live, scientists think, inside one of them. It is called the KBC Void, named after 3 astronomers who first noticed something strange about our neighborhood of galaxies. They found that, compared to the rest of the universe, our region seemed unusually quiet. Fewer galaxies, less matter, more space. It was as though we were floating in the center of an invisible bubble 2 billion light-years wide. And like everything else in the cosmos, that bubble is expanding, breathing outward, carried by the same invisible force that pushes galaxies apart. Take another slow breath and imagine that gentle expansion, a silent tide moving through everything, even through you. To be inside a void doesn't mean isolation. Voids are not true emptiness. They contain dust, hydrogen, dark matter, and faint whispers of starlight. They are soft places in the fabric of space where gravity's pull weakens and dark energy takes the lead. In these regions, time feels slower, distance stretches farther, and galaxies drift away from one another with a quiet grace that could almost be mistaken for peace. It is believed that about 90% of the universe is made of such voids. Galaxies, clusters, and filaments, all the bright places we can see, are just the thin walls around these hollow spaces. The universe, then, is not a solid field of stars, but more like a delicate foam-glowing membranes of light, surrounding vast pockets of stillness. And we, our Milky Way, our sun, and all of us listening tonight, live right inside one of these pockets. What does it mean to live in a cosmic void? It means that our cosmic address is not typical. It means that when we measure how fast the universe expands, our numbers may be slightly wrong, distorted by the calm space we're floating in. Because in emptier regions, the fabric of space stretches more quickly, light travels more freely, and so, from inside this vast hollow, everything around us appears to be racing away just a little faster than it truly is. Scientists call this puzzle the Hubble Tension, the quiet disagreement between how fast the early universe seems to have expanded and how fast it appears to be expanding now. Some believe that this tension might simply be an illusion born from where we are, that we live inside a region less dense than average, a cosmic hollow whose gentle emptiness changes the way we see everything else. It's as if we've been watching the universe through a thin, transparent lens, unaware that the lens was there all along. Take a moment to breathe again. Slowly, deeply. The air you breathe is part of this same cosmic story. The atoms inside you, everyone were born in stars that drifted through voids, gathered in filaments, and found their way here, to this small blue world suspended in the calm. You are, in every sense, a child of the void. When you think of emptiness, don't think of loss. In the universe, emptiness is opportunity, a space where light can move freely, where gravity's grip loosens enough to let things grow apart and become themselves. Without voids, there would be no contrast, no structure, no room for stars to shine. The universe is not only built of presence, but of absence, and both are needed for it to exist at all. Imagine yourself floating there now. The galaxies around you are like glowing seeds suspended in honey, their light drifting slowly through transparent space. There is no up or down, no near or far, only a quiet rhythm. The slow breathing of creation itself. Everywhere you look, there is both nothing and everything, matter and meaning, perfectly balanced. Take one more slow, easy breath and let the sound of it blend with the soundless hum of the universe. In the next moments, we'll travel deeper into this mystery to understand how scientists discovered the void that holds us, and how this invisible space may shape every image, every distance, every truth we think we know. But for now, let the thought of it drift through you like a calm tide. You are not separate from the cosmos. You are floating inside its breath, and even the emptiness, perhaps especially the emptiness, was made to hold you. The story of how we discovered the void that surrounds us begins not with a telescope, but with a question, one that seemed simple at first. How evenly is matter spread across the universe? For decades, scientists believed in a principle called cosmic homogeneity. The idea that if you looked far enough in any direction, the universe would appear roughly the same everywhere. No special spots, no privileged places. Earth, they thought, was not the center of anything. We were ordinary, small, floating through a universe that had no favorites. It was a comforting idea, and it fit neatly with everything science had revealed about our place in the cosmos. But then came the survey's deep, patient scans of space that mapped hundreds of thousands of galaxies, each one a point of light, like stars, on a grander scale. When those points were plotted together, they did not scatter evenly like grains of sand. Instead, they formed patterns, long filaments, sheets, and knots, surrounding enormous regions that were nearly empty. Voids, cosmic hollows, vast spaces of near-nothingness, where galaxies were rare and silence ruled. Scientists began to see the universe not as uniform, but as foam-like bubbles of emptiness, enclosed by thin threads of light. And one of those bubbles, it seemed, was far larger and closer than anyone had realized. It was in 2013 that three astronomers, Ryan Keenan, Amy Barger, and Lennox Cowie, noticed something strange about our cosmic neighborhood. They were measuring the brightness and density of galaxies across enormous distances when a pattern emerged. Near our galaxy, space looked thinner. Farther away, it became denser again. It was as though the Milky Way sat at the center of a great hollow, a cavity in the universe itself. They named it the KBC Void, after their initials, and slowly, the realization spread that if this void were real, it was enormous, possibly 2 billion light-years wide, one of the largest underdense regions ever proposed. In cosmic terms, that's not just large, that's staggering. A hole in the distribution of galaxies big enough to make our home an exception to one of science's oldest assumptions, that there are no exceptions. Take a slow breath and imagine what that means. It means that the light from every galaxy we observe, every supernova, every quasar, Every whisper of starlight must first pass through this hollow before reaching our eyes. And that journey changes it. Gravity, weaker here, bends light differently. Distances stretch slightly. The expansion of space itself behaves in a subtly accelerated way. It is as if we are measuring the universe from inside a glass sphere, the edges of which warp the view just enough to make everything appear to move faster than it really does. This effect may help explain one of the great puzzles of modern cosmology, the Hubble Tension. Scientists have long disagreed on how fast the universe is expanding. When they measure nearby galaxies, they get one answer: faster. When they look deeper, toward the early universe and the cosmic microwave background, they get another slower. It's a quiet contradiction, but one that refuses to disappear. And some now believe that our void may be the reason why. If we are inside an underdense region, our local expansion would appear sped up, skewing our perception of cosmic motion. The universe itself might be consistent. It's our vantage point that is not. Take another gentle breath and picture yourself standing on the edge of a hill of space-time, watching everything roll away just a little faster than expected. Scientists use careful language when describing the KBC Void. They do not say hole or bubble too easily. They say underdense region or local anomaly, because precision matters. But for the rest of us, the poetry of it is hard to resist. We are, quite literally, living inside a cosmic hollow, a place where matter thins, light lingers, and time stretches. And perhaps, without even realizing it, we've been measuring the entire universe through that tranquil distortion. For a long time, cosmologists resisted the idea. It felt wrong, even unsettling. If we lived in a void, that would mean our location in the universe is special. And for centuries, science has taught the opposite, that we are not central, not unique, just one ordinary planet in a vast, indifferent sea. But as the evidence built, the question refused to fade. Sometimes, truth is not about comfort, it's about perspective. And perspective, like space itself, has a way of expanding. Take a moment now to imagine what this void might look like. If you could see it from far away, if your eyes could somehow take in the invisible, it would not appear as darkness. It would look like a soft, glowing mist, its edges fading into the brighter webs of galaxies beyond. From inside, it would feel almost like being beneath an ocean of light, surrounded by faraway glimmers that mark the edges of the cosmic shore. Every pulse of starlight passing through that quiet space would stretch and cool, carrying the faint fingerprints of emptiness. Even our own Milky Way, shining within it, would be drifting gently outward, carried by the tide of expansion that flows faster in the hollow than in the crowded universe beyond. Take another slow breath and let your mind drift outward with that tide. Our galaxy, the sun, even the air you breathe, all of it is moving through this void, flowing toward denser regions, millions of light years away. It's an imperceptible motion, but it never stops. You, right now, are part of that drift. The atoms in your body are in motion, on scales larger than imagination, sliding through the soft fabric of underdense space. You don't need to feel it. It's enough to know it to recognize that stillness is only an illusion, and that everything, everywhere, is quietly flowing toward balance. That balance is what defines the universe. Where matter gathers, emptiness grows beside it. Where gravity pulls, dark energy pushes. The cosmic web, those glowing filaments that stretch across creation, exists because of the voids between them. Without emptiness, there could be no structure. Without silence, no sound. Without absence, no presence. The universe is a dialogue between these opposites, each giving meaning to the other. Scientists sometimes describe this balance in the language of geometry, but the truth behind it is almost poetic. The voids are not failures of creation, they are its framework. They are what allow galaxies to form where they do, and light to travel as it must. They are the breath between stars. Take one last slow breath for this moment, and let it remind you that every breath is part of the same rhythm, expansion and contraction, fullness and calm, presence and space. In the next part of our journey, we'll drift farther into this vast emptiness, exploring how the cosmic web formed and why the universe's most silent regions may be its most essential. But for now, let the stillness of the void surround you, gentle and complete. You are floating inside the breath of the cosmos, and the cosmos is breathing with you. When you close your eyes and imagine the universe, it's easy to picture endless stars, scattered evenly through blackness, a calm, glittering sea. But the truth, when seen in full scale, is far stranger. The universe, it turns out, is not smooth at all. It is laced with invisible filaments and pockets, a tangled network of light and emptiness. The cosmic web, like veins of light running through a body made of shadow, this web holds everything we've ever known. Galaxies, clusters, superclusters, all connected by gravity and separated by silence. Take a slow, quiet breath and imagine floating through that web, moving gently between its glowing strands. Scientists first began to glimpse this structure in the late 20th century, when deep surveys mapped the positions of tens of thousands of galaxies. When their coordinates were drawn in 3 dimensions, something astonishing appeared. Galaxies were not randomly scattered. They clustered in long, delicate threads, forming the walls of enormous, empty spaces. Each of those spaces, the voids, could stretch hundreds of millions of light years across. It was as if the universe itself were made of soap bubbles, each galaxy cluster forming a thin boundary, and every void a hollow of calm between them. The edges glowed with galaxies, the centers whispered with nothing. One of those bubbles is where we live. Our local supercluster, called Laniakea, meaning immense heaven in Hawaiian, forms part of the boundary of the KBC Void. It contains around 100,000 galaxies, all moving together through cosmic time. But compared to the great darkness around it, even Laniakea is small, a thread of starlight woven through an ocean of quiet. Take another deep breath and picture that ocean, black but not empty, full of invisible matter and potential, expanding outward like the slow rhythm of a heartbeat. Scientists believe that the cosmic web formed soon after the Big Bang, shaped by tiny fluctuations in the density of the early universe. Where matter was slightly denser, gravity drew it together, creating galaxies and clusters. Where it was thinner, matter drained away, leaving behind the vast voids. Over billions of years, gravity deepened those contrasts. Bright filaments grew brighter, and the spaces between them stretched even wider. The result is what we see now. A universe built as much by absence as by presence. There is a quiet beauty in that balance. The voids are not mistakes or gaps, they are the counterweight that makes everything else possible. If the universe had been perfectly uniform, stars could never have formed. If it had been too chaotic, galaxies would have collapsed into each other before life ever had the chance to emerge. But the universe, in its strange wisdom, found a middle path structured enough to give birth to light, open enough to let it travel. Breathe softly and feel that same balance inside you. Every pattern in the universe is a pattern repeated in us. Your lungs fill and empty like the oscillation of space itself. Your heartbeat mirrors the pulse of expansion and gravity. Even your thoughts, rising and fading like waves, follow the same rhythm as the galaxies that come together and drift apart. You are not watching the universe. You are part of it, carrying its symmetry in every breath. When astronomers study the edges of the cosmic web, they see galaxies like pearls strung along invisible lines of dark matter. Dark matter itself cannot be seen, but its presence is revealed by the gravity it exerts. It forms a hidden skeleton that supports the visible universe. And between those filaments of dark matter, between those threads of galaxies, lie the great cosmic voids, expanding faster than anything around them. In those regions, dark energy dominates. Space itself grows, stretching thin, like fabric, under gentle tension. It is thought that our region, the KBC Void, expands slightly faster than average. This means that from our perspective, galaxies beyond the void seem to be rushing away at greater speed than they truly are. It's not that the universe is tricking us, it's that the universe is patient, and our viewpoint is limited. We see only from where we stand, and what we see is shaped by the calm we live within. Take a moment to breathe that in, the idea that every observation, no matter how grand, begins from one small place. If we could step outside our void, into a denser region of the cosmic web, the sky might look a little different. There would be more galaxies crowding the view, more light, more gravity. Space would expand more slowly. Time would bend a little more sharply. But even then, the same quiet structure would remain. The universe is consistent not because everything is the same, but because everything follows the same laws, adapted to its own corner of creation. When scientists map these structures, they use surveys that look like galaxies frozen in motion, a snapshot of a cosmic dance billions of years in progress. Each dot on their maps is not a single star, but an entire galaxy containing hundreds of billions of suns. When seen together, these dots trace the great filaments and voids, forming a pattern almost biological in its beauty, like neurons glowing in a vast cosmic brain. Some have even called it that the cosmic mind, thinking itself through gravity and light. Take another slow, calm breath. Imagine drifting through one of those filaments through a cluster of galaxies that gleam like lanterns in fog. Between them, dust and gas shimmer faintly in ultraviolet light. And then, as you move farther, the stars thin and the light fades. You pass beyond the edge of the cluster, into open space, the silence between thoughts. This is what a void feels like. Not emptiness, but rest. The calm pause between the universe's sentences. Even in that silence, life continues. Galaxies inside voids evolve differently, slowly, gracefully. They are often smaller, more isolated, shaped less by collisions and more by their own internal rhythm. Their stars live longer, burn more softly, and die with quiet dignity. They are the introverts of the universe, content to shine alone, and perhaps by chance or by design. That is the kind of place we were meant to live, a calm corner of an expanding cosmos, safe from chaos, quiet enough for life to emerge and look back at its origins. If we had been born in the crowded core of a galaxy cluster, the night sky would blaze with radiation. Life, as we know it, might never have survived. So maybe the void is not a mistake, maybe it is protection. A cosmic cradle of quiet, where consciousness had time to grow. Take one more slow breath, and let that thought rest gently inside you. The universe, in its vastness, is full of contradictions, emptiness that creates, darkness that illuminates, silence that speaks. And now, as we drift deeper into understanding, we begin to see that the voids are not where nothing happens, they are where everything begins. They are the wombs of galaxies, the spaces between heartbeats, the still air between waves. We are surrounded by absence. Yes, but Within that absence lies the blueprint of everything. That is, you are floating inside that blueprint now. The galaxies hum softly around you. The cosmic web stretches quietly across infinity. And in the heart of it all, the KBC Void, your home, the universe, exhales. If you could drift outward, through our cosmic neighborhood, past the edge of the Milky Way, beyond the faint shimmer of our local group, through the thin glow of the Laniakea supercluster, you would eventually find yourself surrounded by something almost featureless. A subtle dimming of light, a slowing of motion, a quietness that deepens the farther you go. That is the space of the KBC Void, our vast, invisible home. Take a slow, calm breath and imagine what it might feel like to float inside that silence. It isn't dark there. Not truly. There is still light, faint, scattered, ancient, but it has to travel farther between galaxies, through thinner seas of matter, across deeper stretches of nothing. The result is a calm so profound it almost feels sacred. If you looked behind you, toward the dense regions of the cosmic web, you'd see their faint glow, the great walls of galaxies, where clusters burn like cities on a distant horizon. And all around, the faintest starlight would linger like dust in water, slowly drifting outward. Scientists believe that our position inside this void may explain several of the universe's quiet mysteries. For instance, when astronomers measure how fast distant galaxies are receding, the cosmic expansion rate, they find it slightly faster nearby than in the distant universe. This difference, known as the Hubble Tension, has puzzled physicists for years. But if we are living inside an underdense region, a space where gravity is weaker and the expansion of space is faster, then everything outside the void would appear to be moving away more quickly than it truly is. Our measurements are not wrong, they are local. They are shaped by where we are. Take another breath and let that thought expand through you like light through mist. What we see is never the whole story. The universe we observe is filtered through our position, our scale, our limitations. From inside this cosmic hollow, we are like fish, looking outward through rippling water, mistaking the distortions for truth. It's humbling to realize that even our grandest cosmic numbers, the speed of expansion, the age of the universe, might be subtly colored by the shape of the nothingness we inhabit. But rather than unsettling, that realization can feel freeing. It reminds us that everything in the universe, even perception itself, is connected, woven together through the quiet physics of where we stand. Our very understanding of the cosmos is shaped by the void that holds us, like an echo shaped by the chamber it fills. If you could somehow mark the boundaries of this cosmic whole, it would stretch almost 2 billion light years from edge to edge. Within it lie countless galaxies, not empty, but gently scattered, each one a soft lantern in an immense dark cathedral. Our Milky Way is just one of these, floating close to the void's center, slowly drifting outward along a current of gravity, so faint we cannot feel it. But we are moving. The entire galaxy, the sun, every atom in your body, all are gliding through this calm, through a silence that no sound could cross. It's thought that beyond the KBC Void lies a denser region, a wall of galaxies that exerts a faint gravitational pull, like a distant shoreline drawing a tide. It slowly pulls us toward it. Our galaxy is moving at hundreds of kilometers per second in that direction, though to us it feels like stillness. Even motion, on this scale, is quiet. Take a deep breath and feel how movement and stillness can exist together. Astronomers sometimes compare the universe to a sponge, its surface covered in bubbles. The filaments of galaxies are like the sponge's thin membranes, and the voids are the air pockets between them. Each bubble expands, pushing gently against its neighbors. that expansion never stops. As the universe grows older, the voids grow wider, the filaments stretch thinner, and the galaxies recede farther apart. We are living in a time when that balance is still visible, when we can still see the texture of the cosmic web before it fades into pure distance. Billions of years from now, the voids will have widened so much that even nearby galaxies will slip beyond view, their light redshifted into invisibility. Future observers may see only darkness, unaware that the universe was ever anything but quiet. There's something deeply peaceful about that thought. Not sadness, but serenity. The universe is teaching us that everything changes, even emptiness. That silence can grow. That light, too, is temporary. And that meaning is not found only in what is visible, but also in the calm between what's seen. Breathe slowly now. Imagine drifting through that calm, through a vast sea where galaxies are the stars of another ocean. Scientists studying the KBC Void describe it not as a single hollow, but as a region of lower density, a cosmic depression, gently curved by gravity's absence. Inside it, the density of matter is about 20% less than the cosmic average. That difference may not sound like much, but across billions of light years, it shapes everything: the way light bends, the way time passes, the way space expands. Even the cosmic microwave background, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang, bears subtle fingerprints of this void. Slight distortions left by light, passing through less crowded space. To understand this is to see that even emptiness has texture. The void is not nothing. It is a field of invisible forces, an orchestra of delicate balance. The way galaxies move, the way light curves, the way energy diffuses, all are part of the void's quiet music. And though we cannot hear it, we are inside that song. Carried gently along, take another slow breath. Let your heartbeat fall into rhythm with that cosmic pulse. Perhaps the most beautiful truth about the KBC Void is that it does not separate us from the rest of the universe. It connects us to it. Like a still pond reflecting the sky, its emptiness amplifies the light that surrounds it. It's not a barrier, but a mirror of scale, showing us that our place in the universe is neither central nor insignificant. We exist in the middle of a space, vast enough to remind us of humility and calm enough to make life possible. Some scientists even wonder if living in such a void is the reason we can observe the universe at all. In denser regions, light from distant galaxies might never reach us. Cosmic radiation might drown out the delicate signals that tell us where we came from. But here, inside the hollow, space is clear enough for us to see across billions of years. It's as though the universe created a quiet room for awareness to awaken a soft pocket of nothing where life could lift its head and look around. Take one final slow breath for this moment. You are floating inside that pocket now, a calm bubble in an ocean of stars. The silence between the universe's words, everything that exists, from the faintest atom to the brightest galaxy, is part of this same vast conversation. And we, fragile and curious, are the ones who listen. The void is not empty. It is listening too. If you were to set out from Earth tonight, with no destination but outward, you would never escape the void. You could travel 1 billion years, and you would still be inside it, still surrounded by the same soft absence, still drifting through the same quiet, expanding breath of space. Our galaxy is only a speck in its center, and all the light we know moves through its thin air like a whisper carried across eternity. Take a slow, calm breath, and imagine yourself leaving everything behind: the sun, the planets, even the memory of warmth, until only starlight remains. The space between galaxies is not empty. It holds a faint mist of hydrogen atoms, spread so thin that a single cubic meter might contain only a handful. Yet, even that near nothingness has meaning. Each atom is a remnant of the universe's birth, the residue of creation, still drifting outward after 14 billion years. Those same atoms, once gathered and ignited, became stars. Those stars forged heavier elements, the carbon, oxygen, and iron that would one day make you. And now, the atoms that built your body are traveling back into the void once more, carried in your breath, your dust, your heat. The circle closes quietly, almost unnoticed. Take another slow breath and realize that every molecule you inhale has been here before, perhaps drifting through this very void long before Earth even formed. The KBC Void is not the only one. The universe is full of them, hundreds, maybe thousands, scattered like cells in a living tissue. Some are small, just tens of millions of light years wide. Others, like ours, are immense, vast, underdense basins that shape the flow of galaxies around them. Together, they form the scaffolding of the cosmos, the silent counterweight to matter's song. Without voids, the filaments of galaxies could never have formed so clearly. They are the dark rooms that make light visible. Scientists study these regions not just for what they lack, but for what they reveal. By measuring how galaxies move along the edges of voids, they can learn how gravity and dark energy interact. They can see how invisible matter shapes the visible. And perhaps most importantly, they can test whether the rules of the universe, the laws of relativity, the constants of expansion are truly universal, or if they shift subtly from place to place, like wind in different follies. Voids are perfect laboratories for such questions. They are calm, undisturbed, pure. Take another breath and imagine the universe as a great, living landscape, full of peaks and hollows. We live not on a mountaintop of matter, but in one of its vast, gentle valleys. In that valley, our galaxy turns silently. The sun circles its center every 230 million years, like a slow orbiting ember in a fire that never goes out. Around it, planets trace delicate paths, their gravity balancing against the void's pull. Even here, in this cosmic hollow, balance holds. The same physics that keeps your feet on the ground keeps entire galaxies aligned in their dance. From the smallest to the largest, everything moves according to one rhythm, and that rhythm, patient, ancient, and endless, is the pulse of the cosmos. Take another calm, deep breath and feel that rhythm inside you. There's a strange comfort in knowing we live in a void. It means that emptiness isn't something to fear, it's part of the design. The spaces between things give them shape, just as pauses give music its meaning. A song with no silence would be only noise. A universe with no emptiness would be only chaos. By giving itself room to breathe, the cosmos allowed structure, order, and life to emerge. So maybe our place in the universe, our small world floating inside a bubble of calm, is not an accident. Maybe the void is the reason we are here at all. In denser regions of space, radiation and collisions might have torn fragile planets apart. But here, shielded by distance, we had time to evolve, to wonder, to listen. The same stillness that slows the galaxies gave us the quiet we needed to think about them. Take another breath and let that thought move gently through you. Scientists sometimes describe the growth of voids as cosmic evolution in reverse. While galaxies and clusters grow denser over time, the voids grow emptier, their walls pushed outward by the expansion of space. It's as if the universe is inhaling light into stars, then breathing out the spaces between them. Each void grows a little wider with every cosmic heartbeat, carrying galaxies farther apart, spreading them thinner and thinner across the infinite dark. And yet, within that stretching calm, new stars are born, new planets form, and life continues. Creation and emptiness coexist, inseparable, like light and shadow. There's a moment in deep space where everything slows. If you traveled far enough into the void, beyond the last visible galaxy, the background glow of the cosmos would surround you, faint, uniform, ancient. It's called the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang, the first light that ever existed. It fills the universe like a soft echo, still cooling, still expanding, and it whispers a story older than any galaxy that once everything was together. Every atom, every star, every world, all part of one luminous moment. Take a slow breath and imagine that first light touching the edges of your mind. You are hearing the oldest sound in the universe, the silence left behind when that light first faded. Even inside this immense void, that light is still with us. It passes through the emptiness, scattering faintly, illuminating everything it touches. It reaches Earth as a soft radio hum, barely measurable, yet constant, a cosmic memory. The fact that we can detect it at all, from our quiet corner of space, is a small miracle. It means that even emptiness cannot stop the universe from remembering itself. In the end, the KBC Void is not isolation. It's connection stretched to its limit. It's the part of the universe that teaches patience, that shows us how distance can exist without disconnection. Every galaxy, every planet, every atom within this void still belongs to the same great whole. We are all threads of the same web, woven through different kinds of quiet. Take one final, easy breath for this moment. You are floating inside that web now, a single strand of awareness stretched across a sea of calm. The universe expands gently around you, its edges moving in perfect rhythm with your lungs. Light continues its endless travel, galaxies drift like lanterns, and the great cosmic void, our home, breathes. You are part of that breath. You always have been. If you could listen to the universe, really listen, not with ears, but with attention, you might hear it breathing, a low, patient rhythm beneath everything, expanding and contracting so slowly that time itself bends around its pulse. This is the heartbeat of the void, not absence, not silence, but a living stillness that carries galaxies like leaves on an invisible tide. Take a slow, quiet breath and let it match that rhythm, in and out, as space itself expands around you. Inside the KBC Void, our home, that rhythm plays out on scales too vast for us to feel. Every second, the fabric of space stretches a little more. Every hour, galaxies drift a little farther apart. There's no wind, no motion you could measure, but the distance between everything grows. This expansion is not like objects moving through air, it's the air itself growing thinner. Space doesn't push things apart. It becomes more space, and everything within it rides the wave. The void, then, is not emptiness. It is movement made slow enough to feel like rest. Scientists studying these vast hollows often describe them as cosmic laboratories. Because there is so little matter inside, the usual gravitational noise of the universe fades away. In such clean, open regions, the subtle forces of dark energy reveal themselves. It's in these voids that scientists test whether the mysterious acceleration of the universe, the push that stretches everything, behaves the same everywhere. And so far, it seems to. Dark energy does not fade or flicker. It is constant, calm, like a whisper that never stops. Take another slow breath and let that constancy comfort you. When astronomers map the universe, they sometimes color these voids in deep blues and violets, cooler shades of the cosmic spectrum. Those colors represent places where there is less matter, where light travels freely, and gravity's pull is soft. The dense regions, the clusters and filaments appear in gold and red, bright with energy and mass. From a distance, the map looks like a living tapestry, light and dark in perfect balance. It's as though the universe painted itself with contrast, the fullness of presence against the grace of absence. Our galaxy sits near the heart of one of those blue regions. It's a peaceful address, though an unusual one. If you could zoom out far enough, you'd see that our Milky Way is part of a local group of galaxies, which in turn belongs to the broader Laniakea supercluster. And that entire structure, everything we can see, touch, or imagine floats in the calm basin of the KBC Void. We are a glowing filament, suspended inside stillness itself. Take a breath and picture that image. Light hanging in silence, time unfolding like silk. What's remarkable is that we only discovered this truth recently. For centuries, humans assumed the universe was smooth, the same in every direction. It was a comforting thought that we were not in any special place, that the cosmos had no preference. But as we measured more deeply, that illusion faded. We began to see structure, asymmetry, contrast, and with it, a deeper kind of humility emerged. Not the humility of insignificance, but of awareness. Because to realize that we live in a void is to understand that even emptiness is part of the design. The universe doesn't need to treat every place equally. It only needs to be complete. Breathe slowly and feel how that completeness surrounds you. Some scientists call our region the Hubble bubble. It's a gentle phrase for a grand idea, that we live in a slightly overexpanded pocket of the universe, a region where space grows a bit faster than average. If this is true, it may explain why measurements of the universe's expansion don't always agree. When we look out at nearby galaxies, we're seeing through the lens of our local bubble. The distances and speeds we measure are shaped by the void's faster expansion. But when we look much farther, beyond the void's edge, the numbers change. What we thought was inconsistency might simply be perspective, the view from inside the hollow. There's a gentle irony in that. For so long, humanity believed we were not special. And now, evidence suggests that our very place in the cosmos might be unusual after all. But instead of returning us to old illusions of centrality, this realization invites wonder. Because if we truly do live in a rare, calm pocket of the universe, it means the conditions for consciousness, for life, for curiosity might depend on that rarity. In the universe's grand silence, we have found the space to think. Take another deep breath and let that possibility drift gently through your thoughts. The KBC Void is not static. It grows every moment. Its walls, the filaments of galaxies that surround it, expand farther outward. Gravity tugs at them from neighboring clusters, but dark energy tugs harder, pulling the fabric apart. This slow stretching is invisible to the eye, but if you could watch over billions of years, you would see the walls recede, like the edges of a great cosmic balloon. Galaxies would fade one by one beyond the horizon of light, leaving the void emptier, still. And yet, that emptiness is not sad. It is continuation, the universe's way of creating room for what comes next. In this slow expansion, light behaves like breath. As space stretches, the wavelengths of light stretch too, turning blue starlight into red, and red into infrared, and finally into darkness. This is why distant galaxies glow faintly red. Their light has been elongated by time and distance. It's called redshift, but you can think of it as the universe's long exhale. Every color you see in the night sky is light in motion, aging as it travels through the expanding void. Take a quiet moment and imagine that light moving endlessly, fading softly, never truly stopping. Some of it will cross the entire KBC Void before reaching the next cluster. Some will drift forever, too weak to ever be seen again. But nothing is wasted. Every photon adds to the quiet glow of the cosmic background. The lingering warmth of creation itself. Even light that seems lost continues to shape space, pulling gently on gravity, whispering through time. It is humbling to think that, in a universe of infinite light years, we have learned to measure even the faintest of these whispers. From our tiny world inside a cosmic hollow, we have mapped the fabric of existence, traced its structure, and given names to its silence. And still, it continues to unfold not in chaos, but in exquisite order. Take one last deep breath for this moment. Let it move through you as quietly as light through the void. Somewhere beyond your imagination, galaxies drift across the KBC Void's edge. Beyond them lie other voids, other hollows, expanding together like notes in a symphony too slow for human ears. And here, in the calm center of it all, Earth turns small, blue, luminous, unaware that it floats inside one of the largest empty spaces ever known. But maybe empty is the wrong word. Maybe this space isn't absence at all. Maybe it's the universe's way of making room for stars, for thought, for you. If you could see the universe not with eyes, but with feeling as a rhythm rather than a sight, you might notice something familiar in its pattern. It moves the way your body does when you breathe in your sleep, slowly, evenly, without resistance. Every inhale of matter, followed by an exhale of space. Every expansion balanced by stillness. And in that rhythm, everything, galaxies, voids, starlight, even thought, moves together as one unbroken motion. Take a deep, gentle breath and let your chest rise in time with the slow heartbeat of the cosmos. The space we call the KBC Void is part of this great breath, not a flaw, not an accident, but one of the universe's natural pauses. In music, silence gives sound its meaning. In existence, emptiness gives form its purpose. If galaxies are the notes, then voids are the rests. Between them, long, drawn-out measures of quiet that make the melody possible. Inside our particular void, the distances between galaxies are enormous. Even the nearest neighbor, the Andromeda galaxy, is 2.5 million light-years away, its light now just a faint silver thread traveling through our underdense sky. Beyond Andromeda, the stars become more distant still. A few faint galaxies shimmer at the edge of visibility. But between them lies the great, nothing soft, invisible, endless. And yet, even here, there are tiny islands of light spinning quietly in the dark. No space is completely barren. Even in the void, creation persists. Scientists sometimes describe the boundaries of cosmic voids as walls of galaxies. It's an evocative image. Vast, curved structures forming the walls of cosmic bubbles. Where those walls meet, galaxies cluster thickly. Where they separate, the voids expand, swelling like lungs taking in air. It's thought that gravity and dark energy are in constant dialogue here, one trying to gather, the other to spread. The result is a kind of dynamic equilibrium balance through motion. Take another slow breath and picture those invisible walls stretching outward, carried by the universe's gentle expansion. To understand just how large this is, imagine this. If our galaxy were the size of a single cell in your body, the KBC Void would be larger than the entire human being. By comparison, maybe even larger still. Scale breaks down at such dimensions. Numbers lose meaning. What remains is awe. The awareness that even the smallest thing you can imagine lives inside a structure too vast for thought to contain. And yet, it all follows the same rules. The same physics that lets an apple fall or a wave break on a beach governs the expansion of galaxies and the stillness of the void. There is no separation between the everyday and the infinite. Every breath you take is a repetition of the same pattern, that formed stars. You are, in a very real sense, a piece of the void learning how to speak. Take another deep breath. Let it remind you that what feels empty inside is never truly empty. When astronomers observe distant galaxies through telescopes, they're not just looking outward in space, they're looking backward in time. Because light travels at a finite speed, what we see is always a memory, a message from the past. Even the starlight above you tonight left its source thousands, sometimes millions of years ago, from inside our void. That light must cross unimaginable distances before it reaches us. It passes through the thin cosmic gas, through waves of radiation, through invisible webs of dark matter, each interaction stretching it a little more, dimming its brilliance, softening its voice. By the time it reaches our eyes, it has traveled across the silence of eternity, whispering the story of where it came from. And yet, we can hear it, with instruments built by human hands. On a small planet orbiting an ordinary star, we've learned to catch these whispers. We've mapped the glow of the Big Bang itself, the faint microwave background that fills every direction of the sky. We've charted the distances to galaxies so far away that their light began before the Earth was born. We've measured the temperature of the universe, the density of its matter, the age of its stars. And all of this, every observation, has come from within our quiet hollow, our cosmic home. Take another calm breath and let that realization soften the edges of thought. It is humbling, isn't it, that we, small beings drifting inside a near-empty region of space, have managed to glimpse the architecture of everything, that the void, far from limiting us, has given us the clarity to see farther. The thinness of our surroundings reduces cosmic noise, making the universe's background whispers easier to hear. It is as though the universe placed us in a quiet room, so we could listen more deeply. Scientists have even noticed that voids act like cosmic magnifiers. Because there is less matter to bend light, the paths of photons from distant galaxies remain smoother and clearer. Through these windows of emptiness, we see the universe more faithfully than we might from within a dense cluster. In that sense, our location is not a coincidence. It's a gift, a calm vantage point from which the cosmos can know itself. Take a deep breath and feel gratitude for that clarity. Beyond our void, space thickens again, filaments of galaxies intertwine, superclusters gather, and the cosmic web glows with renewed brightness. It's easy to imagine those regions as more alive, more dynamic. But life, as we know it, thrives in the quiet spaces, not the crowded ones. Too much heat, too much gravity, too many collisions, and the delicate chemistry of existence collapses. Only here, in the soft vacuum of a calm corner, could time slow enough for consciousness to emerge. Perhaps that is why the universe made voids so vast. To give thought a place to grow undisturbed. Breathe gently and let that idea drift through you like starlight through glass. There's another mystery hidden in these cosmic hollows, the way they shape motion itself. Galaxies are not fixed in place. They move, drawn by gravity toward the denser walls of the cosmic web. But because the voids expand faster, galaxies inside them appear to be pushed outward, as though carried by an invisible current. Our Milky Way, too, is gliding slowly through space, toward a region of greater mass known as the Great Attractor. It's not a single object, but a gravitational well, a kind of cosmic valley, pulling us, and everything nearby, toward it. And yet, even as we drift toward that denser region, the void expands behind us, stretching like the wake of a ship in calm water. Take one more slow, patient breath. Let the rhythm of expansion and pull wash through you. The universe is a dance of opposites, gravity gathering, dark energy scattering, presence rising from absence, and all of it unfolds with the grace of inevitability. No part of it is wasted, not even the void. especially not the void. If you were to stand outside of it, looking back toward our galaxy from unimaginable distance, you might not even see us. We would be a dim sparkle lost in blue mist. And yet, from that faint point, stories like this one are told, stories about everything, from the beginning to the end, from the smallest atom to the largest whole. It is through awareness, through your quiet attention, that the universe learns to reflect upon itself. Take a slow, closing breath for this moment, and let the awareness settle. You are living inside a cosmic whole, not a void of despair, but a cradle of peace. It is vast, it is silent, and it is alive with motion. The stars are its heartbeat, and your breath is its echo. If you could drift farther and farther away from home, past every star, beyond every visible thread of the Milky Way, you would begin to feel a strange stillness settle around you. The light would thin, the galaxies would fade into small, soft specks scattered through an ocean of dark blue, and soon, even those would begin to vanish. You would realize that you have entered the heart of the void. Take a slow, patient breath, and imagine that stillness deep, endless, and kind. In that silence, there is no wind, no noise, no warmth, only the faint echo of starlight, filtered through time. The space around you is colder than any winter that ever existed. But it doesn't feel cruel. It feels vast, infinite, and strangely calm, like a thought stretched across eternity. There are no edges here, no boundaries you could touch, only the slow expansion of distance, so gentle that you could mistake it for peace. This is the universe. Most of us will never see the 90% of reality that exists between the lights. From the perspective of matter, these voids look empty. But from the perspective of balance, they are everything. They are the places where the universe exhales, where gravity loosens its grip, and energy learns to rest. Scientists studying the KBC Void describe it as a region of lower density, but that phrase hardly captures its poetry. It is not just less matter, it is the breathing room between galaxies, the long pause in the universe's sentence. It is the space that allows light to move, time to stretch, and energy to find its way forward. Without it, the cosmos would collapse under its own abundance. Even in creation, there must be restraint. Take another slow breath and let that idea expand in your mind like ripples on water. The galaxies that do exist within this void are like tiny lanterns in a vast sea. They are isolated, drifting farther apart, with each passing billion years. Some will never meet another galaxy again. Their stars will age and fade in perfect solitude, their light slowly redshifting into invisibility. And yet, they continue shining into a darkness that grows ever softer. There is something beautiful about that kind of persistence. The stars are not afraid of emptiness. They simply illuminate it. If you could visit one of those lonely galaxies, a faint spiral adrift in the middle of the KBC Void, you might find it peaceful beyond imagination. Its night skies would be quieter, its cosmic background cooler, its starlight unbroken by the interference of nearby clusters. Life, if it existed there, would see a simpler sky, fewer galaxies, fewer neighbors, but more clarity. A world like that would grow up surrounded by silence, never knowing how crowded the universe truly is beyond its horizon. It might believe it was alone, when in truth, it was simply living in one of the calmest corners of existence. Take another deep breath and feel the gentleness of that idea, that isolation is not always loneliness, but sometimes grace. For astronomers, voids like ours are natural laboratories for studying dark energy. In denser regions of space, gravity dominates, It bends light, slows expansion, binds galaxies together in immense clusters. But inside voids, where matter is sparse, dark energy's quiet push becomes easier to see. It is here, between the filaments, that scientists measure how fast space itself is growing. Each observation helps reveal the invisible force that drives everything apart, not as chaos, but as order written in expansion. Imagine for a moment that you could see dark energy. It wouldn't be a storm or a blaze. It would look like a soft shimmer, like air seen through heat, transparent, calm, infinite. It would pass through you without resistance, like time, and you would realize that this force, though invisible, is the most constant presence in existence. It is the universe's pulse, faint, steady, unending. Take a slow breath and let your own heartbeat fall into rhythm with that pulse. To live inside a cosmic void is to live inside a paradox. You are surrounded by less, and yet, within that lessness lies more room for thought, for movement, for life. You are distant from everything, and yet connected to everything through the space that binds it all together. The same emptiness that seems to separate us is what allows us to exist. If matter filled every inch of the cosmos, there would be no space to move, no air to breathe, no time to unfold. Emptiness is not an absence. It is a condition for being. Sometimes, when scientists describe our location in the KBC Void, they use cautious language. They say underdense region, local underdensity, or Hubble bubble. But what those words truly describe is perspective. The universe, seen from here, is not the same as the universe seen from elsewhere. From within a cluster, everything looks slower, heavier, closer. From within a void, everything feels lighter, faster, freer. Neither view is wrong. Each is simply the truth from where it stands. Take a quiet breath and think about that. Perspective is the universe's first law. Even the way we measure time is shaped by the void we live in. Light from distant galaxies has to travel through this vast hollow to reach us. Along the way, it stretches, slows, and changes. That's why the most distant galaxies we can see look different. Their light is older, redder, softer. It's not that they've changed. It's that space itself has aged between us and them. We are, in a sense, looking through time's fabric, through the faint distortions of the emptiness that holds us. And yet, that distortion is not deception. It is clarity. The void doesn't hide the universe, it reveals it gently, patiently, the way dawn reveals the sky. Through emptiness, we see depth. Through silence, we hear detail. Through distance, we feel meaning. Take another long, soft breath and let that truth rest quietly within you. When you gaze at the night sky, you are not looking out into space. You are looking through the void that cradles your galaxy. The starlight you see is filtered through billions of light years of calm, traveling across a hollow so immense that even its emptiness glows faintly with memory. That glow, the cosmic microwave background, wraps you even now. It is the soft echo of the universe's beginning, a whisper that never fades, no matter how far the void expands. If you could close your eyes and listen closely enough, perhaps you could hear it, the faint hum of creation's afterglow, surrounding you like warmth in winter air. Take one final slow breath for this moment. You are inside that hum, right now, inside the quiet, inside the hollow, inside the miracle of nothing that makes everything possible. The void is not far away, it is home. And if the universe has a heartbeat, it's the sound of this silence, echoing endlessly through time. If you could trace the journey of a single beam of light leaving a distant galaxy, it would tell you the story of the void. It would begin as a spark, born from a star, older older than any dream, moving outward with perfect certainty. Across the first few million years, it would glide through clouds of gas, past newborn stars, past ancient ones collapsing into dust. Then, as it entered the vast hollowness of the KBC Void, its path would change not in direction, but in meaning. Here, there is little to slow it down, little to bend it, little to scatter it. It travels more freely than anywhere else in the cosmos, and so, its wavelength stretches gently with the universe's expansion, its color softening, its voice deepening, until by the time it reaches us, it has become part of the quiet itself. Take a slow breath and imagine that beam of light passing through you, ancient, tired, but still carrying a message across the endless night. Every photon that touches your eyes tonight has crossed this same void. It has traveled through a space so vast that the concept of distance begins to lose its shape. We tend to think of the universe as full of stars and planets and galaxies, but that is an illusion of scale. In truth, matter is the rarest thing of all. If you took the entire cosmos and averaged its contents, it would be thinner than the air, in a perfect vacuum. The galaxies, bright as they are, form only the stitching on a vast fabric woven mostly of emptiness. It is this emptiness that defines the pattern. Somewhere, billions of light years away, there are other voids, other hollows like ours, each surrounded by filaments of light. And perhaps, inside one of them, another civilization looks outward, wondering why their universe seems so quiet, so strangely empty. Perhaps they, too, live inside a bubble of calm, unaware that the rest of creation lies just beyond their horizon. The idea is humbling, that even intelligence, no matter where it arises, will always be shaped by its position in the vastness. Each observer, wherever they stand, measures a slightly different universe. The cosmos is not one story, but many, each written from a different seat within the same infinite theater. Take another slow breath and imagine those countless perspectives overlapping like ripples on the surface of a still lake. Scientists once believed that the universe had no edges, no special places. They called this idea the cosmological principle, the assumption that, on large scales, everything is roughly the same everywhere. It was a comforting thought, a declaration of humility, that Earth is not privileged, not chosen, just one grain in an infinite shore of stars. But the discovery of the KBC Void has gently challenged that idea. If our region is truly underdense, then our observations, our very sense of how fast the universe expands, may be slightly biased by our cosmic neighborhood. It does not mean the universe plays favorites. It simply means that even in its grand uniformity, there are variations, gentle undulations, like the surface of the sea. No two places see the same horizon. That truth is both scientific and poetic. It means that everything depends on where you stand. It means that perspective is not a flaw. It is part of reality itself. When you gaze at a star, you are not seeing it as it is, but as it was. And when you look at the universe, you are not seeing all of it, but only the version that your position allows. Even in science, truth comes through distance and delay. Take another breath, slowly, and feel how time itself stretches with each inhale. If we could somehow leave this void, travel to the denser regions where galaxies cluster tightly, the universe would look different. There, gravity would pull light into arcs and curves, bending it around massive structures. The expansion of space would be slower, restrained by the weight of matter. The cosmic microwave background would appear slightly hotter, its wavelengths compressed by the density of space. Even the night sky might feel heavier, not in color, but in mood. We would be looking through a thicker lens, hearing the universe in a deeper tone. But here, in our cosmic hollow, space feels lighter, more open, more forgiving. The universe, seen from inside a void, seems to exhale. Take another soft breath and let your lungs mirror that exhalation. There's a concept astronomers use called bulk flow, the motion of entire groups of galaxies drifting together through space. Imagine thousands of galaxies, each with hundreds of billions of stars, all slowly moving in the same direction, pulled by invisible gravitational currents. Our own galaxy participates in this cosmic drift. It is thought that the KBC Void plays a role in shaping that motion, gently pushing galaxies outward while distant clusters pull them inward. Even on the grandest scales, everything is in motion, responding to both emptiness and presence. The universe does not stand still, it sways, it flows. When scientists simulate these flows on their computers, the result looks like a living ocean. Galaxies drift like plankton in slow currents, clustering in filaments, swirling around great basins of voids. It is, quite literally, the largest pattern nature has ever made the architecture of all that is. And somewhere, deep within that cosmic tide, we exist, a small world inside a small galaxy, carried along by a current that began before time had a name. Take a moment to breathe in that thought that you are adrift on a cosmic sea older than light itself. Perhaps what makes the idea of the void so moving is that it mirrors something within us. Every human being, at some point, feels a kind of emptiness, a silence between thoughts, a pause between breaths. We often fear it, rush to fill it. But maybe, like the universe, that emptiness is not absence. Maybe it is the necessary space where new things are born, where light can travel, where meaning can emerge. The void within us and the void around us are reflections of the same truth, that fullness and silence are partners, not opposites. Take another slow breath and let that silence expand gently inside you. From the outside, a void seems like nothing. From the inside, it is peace. And maybe that's the quiet lesson hidden in the fabric of the cosmos. That stillness is not an interruption of life. It is life, seen clearly. The galaxies will go on drifting. The light will keep stretching. The void will continue to grow. And through it all, consciousness, fragile, flickering, persistent, will keep trying to understand. Somewhere out there, another beam of light has just entered our void, beginning its long descent toward Earth. It will travel for millions of years before it reaches the night sky you see above your head. By then, civilizations may have come and gone. The stars themselves may have changed, but that light will still arrive, quietly, faithfully, carrying the echo of its journey across the great calm that holds us all. Take one last deep breath for this moment and feel that light's patience within you. The universe has waited billions of years to be seen, and now, through your awareness, it finally is. You are not outside of the void. You are its witness, and through you, the silence learns to speak. If you could step outside time and watch the universe unfold like a slow movie, you'd see the voids growing gently, steadily, gracefully. They begin as small ripples in the newborn cosmos, faint patches where matter was a little thinner than elsewhere. Over billions of years, those ripples stretch and swell as gravity pulls matter away and dark energy pushes it outward. Galaxies gather along the edges, leaving the centers nearly empty. And so, slowly, the cosmic web emerges, bright filaments connected by glowing knots, separated by the vast hollows we call voids. Take a slow, deep breath and imagine that web glowing softly around you, its light flickering like distant candle flames across eternity. The KBC Void, our home within that grand tapestry, is not a void in the way a vacuum is. It's more like a low tide of existence, a place where the sea of galaxies has ebbed, leaving behind wide, quiet shallows. Inside it, gravity is weaker, expansion faster. It is thought that This imbalance gently stretches light, subtly altering how we perceive the universe's rhythm. The stars and galaxies outside the void seem to recede a little faster, the distances between them growing more quickly than expected. That is why scientists think we may be measuring cosmic expansion from within a slightly distorted frame. We are listening to the universe through a thin layer of silence. And yet, this silence is not a barrier. It's a lens. From inside it, we can see farther and more clearly than we might from a crowded region of space. Here, the faint glow of distant galaxies can cross billions of light years without being dimmed or tangled by gravity's interference. Our location, unusual as it may be, is what allows us to observe the cosmos in such breathtaking detail. We live, in a sense, inside a natural observatory, a cosmic window made of nothing. Take another slow breath and let that paradox wash over you that the greatest clarity can sometimes be found in emptiness. For a long time, humans thought of nothingness as the absence of being, a void as the opposite of existence. But in cosmology, emptiness has a presence of its own. Even where there are no stars, no planets, no atoms drifting, there is still structure, the stretching of space, the hum of dark energy, the faint vibration of the cosmic background radiation. Every point, no matter how empty it seems, still participates in the grand expansion. Space itself is alive with motion. It grows, it breathes. Scientists describe this expansion with the language of relativity, a geometry of change where space doesn't move through anything. It becomes more of itself. There is no outside to the universe. Even the voids are within its skin, part of the same unfolding fabric. You are not surrounded by emptiness. You are woven into it. Take another slow breath and feel how the space between your heartbeats, between your thoughts, mirrors the space between galaxies. Not absence, but potential. Some researchers believe that cosmic voids could one day help solve the greatest mysteries of physics. Because these regions are relatively free of matter, they allow scientists to test how gravity behaves when it's stretched thin. If the laws of physics ever bend or break, it will likely be inside a void that will notice it first. Already, astronomers use voids as cosmic laboratories, measuring how light bends, how galaxies move, how dark energy behaves across billions of years. Each observation adds a new brushstroke to our portrait of the universe's hidden architecture. There's something deeply poetic about that we learn about everything by studying almost nothing. We peer into silence to hear the universe speak. We look into darkness to see how light behaves. We sit within emptiness, and from there, we understand fullness. Take another calm breath and think about how the universe, even in its design, teaches balance. The KBC Void is just one among many, yet it feels personal, like a quiet hometown in the cosmic wilderness. Within its slow, expanding calm, our galaxy turns steadily, its spiral arms reaching through the void like arms through still water. Each rotation takes hundreds of millions of years, a motion so patient that even eternity seems to pause to watch. And yet, inside that immense slowness, there is life breathing, creating, wondering. You are part of that improbable miracle. Against the backdrop of the void, existence itself becomes a kind of defiance, a flame that refuses to go out. Take a deep breath, steady and gentle. You are the living heartbeat of this cosmic hollow. Somewhere beyond the edge of the KBC Void lies the denser wall of galaxies, the boundary where the universe grows bright again. If you could travel there, you'd see clusters glowing like cosmic cities, superclusters weaving together like continents of light. Gravity would be stronger there. Galaxies would pull at one another more fiercely. Time would flow slightly differently, bent by mass. It would be louder, more chaotic, more crowded. Beautiful, yes, but without the quiet that defines our home. Returning to the void would feel like slipping back into peace, and perhaps that, too, is what the universe teaches, that everything needs its silence. Stars need darkness to shine, galaxies need emptiness to form, and life, even here on Earth, needs stillness to remember itself. We are not meant to fill every space. We are meant to breathe within it. Take another slow breath and let the quiet inside you match the quiet outside. There's a theory that in the far future, trillions of years from now, the voids will consume almost everything. Dark energy will continue to accelerate the expansion of the universe, stretching galaxies beyond each other's reach. The stars will fade, their light lost to distance. Eventually, only small clusters will remain, isolated islands, adrift in black seas of nothing. For those who might live then, the night sky will no longer reveal the cosmic web. There will be no visible galaxies, no trace of the Big Bang, no evidence of the past. The universe will appear empty, timeless, infinite, and yet it will still be expanding, still breathing, still carrying the memory of everything that ever was. It's strange to think that our era, this small window of cosmic time, is the one in which the universe is most visible, most knowable. We are witnesses to its story while it still shines. Our place in the void, our moment in history, allows us to see both past and future in a single gaze. And what we see is not chaos, but balance, a harmony of presence and absence, light and shadow, sound and silence. Take one last gentle breath for this moment. Feel the stillness of the void settle softly around you, not as emptiness, but as comfort. You are surrounded by calm billions of light years wide. The galaxies hum faintly beyond hearing. The universe expands in rhythm with your breathing. You are the quiet observer of infinity, held in the hollow between everything that has been and everything that will be. And in that hollow there is peace. When you close your eyes and imagine the cosmos, it is easy to see it as static, a vast black canvas sprinkled with stars that hang motionless in the dark. But the truth is gentler and stranger. Everything is moving. Every galaxy is drifting. Every particle is gliding. Every patch of space is stretching just a little bit more. Even silence is motion too slow to notice. We are floating, not in stillness, but in an ocean that never stops expanding. Take a slow, steady breath and imagine yourself moving with that ocean, not resisting, not forcing, simply carried by its current. Inside the KBC Void, the motion is especially subtle. Gravity here has less to pull upon. Matter is spread thin, and so the expansion of space runs almost freely, unhindered by the weight of nearby galaxies. It is as though we live in a region where the tide of the universe rolls just a little faster. That difference is so faint that we don't feel it, yet it shapes how we see everything beyond. When we measure how quickly galaxies recede from us, it appears that the universe expands faster than models predict. But perhaps what we are truly measuring is the quiet breath of our own hollow, the slow widening of the space we call home. Take another gentle breath and feel that widening in your chest. This local expansion is one of the clues that led scientists to suspect our existence inside a void. In 2013, astronomers Ryan Keenan, Amy Barger, and Lennox Cowie mapped the distribution of galaxies out to billions of light years. They found that the number of galaxies near our region was significantly lower than average. The light from distant galaxies also hinted at a subtle distortion, as though passing through a region of lesser density. When the data was plotted, the pattern was unmistakable. We were not in a crowded part of the cosmos at all. We were in a bubble, vast, diffuse, underdense, a void so large that even the Milky Way, with its hundreds of billions of stars, seemed small within it. To live in such a place is to live in the calm between storms. Far away, in the denser walls of the cosmic web, Galaxies collide and merge in great bursts of light. Black holes feed, quasars blaze, superclusters twist in gravitational tension. But here, inside our hollow, the universe is quieter. Galaxies like ours spin in relative solitude, undisturbed, like leaves floating on still water. It is, perhaps, this peace that has allowed life to flourish, the absence of chaos, long enough for consciousness to unfold. Take another slow breath and let that peace fill you. Sometimes, when scientists describe our place in the KBC Void, they compare it to living inside a bubble of soap. The outer surface, the dense walls of galaxies, holds the structure together. Inside, the air is thinner, smoother, more free. The bubble grows as the universe expands, and we move gently with it. But unlike a soap bubble, this one will never burst. It will continue to expand forever, becoming softer, lighter, quieter, with time. Imagine standing at the center of that bubble, watching the walls recede into the distance. They are made of entire clusters of galaxies, each cluster containing hundreds of billions of stars, each star perhaps with planets, each planet with possibilities. But from here, they are only faint glows at the edge of perception. Beyond them, there are other voids, other hollows, stretching out in all directions. The cosmic web is a pattern without end, an infinite lattice of light and silence, intertwined like music and rest. Take another calm breath and see that web in your mind glowing, expanding, breathing. Even though we are inside a void, we are not separate from the rest of the cosmos. Gravity reaches across billions of light years, connecting us invisibly to distant clusters. Every movement of matter, every flicker of light, ripples through the entire structure. The universe is a single, continuous whole, and the void is as much a part of it as the brightest galaxy. We are not isolated. We are connected through emptiness. There's a quiet lesson in that what seems like separation is often just space for connection to grow. Between atoms, between stars, between hearts, the void makes room for relationship. Without the gaps, nothing could move, nothing could change, nothing could breathe. In that sense, even the emptiness is generous. Take another deep breath and let it rest inside you like a thought without words. When light travels across the void, it stretches with the expansion of space. This stretching changes its color, shifting it toward red, a cosmic reddening that tells us how fast the universe is growing. By measuring this redshift, scientists can trace the motion of galaxies and the shape of the void itself. The farther a galaxy lies beyond our bubble, the more its light is redshifted, not because it moves through space, but because space itself expands between us. It's a reminder that motion, on a cosmic scale, is not a journey through distance, but a change in the distance itself. Even time flows differently here. In denser regions, gravity slows time slightly, pulling on it the way it pulls on light. But inside the void, where gravity is weaker, time flows a little faster. If you could compare clocks between a galaxy in the void and one inside a dense cluster, you'd find that ours runs ahead by the smallest, most beautiful margin. It means that, in a way, we live in the future compared to the rest of the universe. Every second here lasts just a little longer. Every moment stretches just a little farther. Take another soft breath and feel that slow time moving through you. Patient, unhurried, kind. From this perspective, the KBC Void is not just a location. It is a tempo. It is the rhythm of the universe slowed down enough for awareness to emerge. It is a pause between great events, a resting note in the cosmic symphony, and we, the listeners, are lucky enough to be born during its quiet movement. Someday, future, the silence will deepen as galaxies drift even farther away. But tonight, in this brief era, the music is still playing, and we can still hear it. Take another breath, and let that music be your heartbeat. Perhaps that's what the universe has been trying to show us all along, that we are not small, not accidental, but perfectly placed. That we were meant to live in this calm pocket of space, long enough to look up and wonder. The stars are not distant strangers. They are our neighbors across the still air of the void. Every photon that reaches your eyes tonight has traveled across this vast calm just to arrive here. Just to remind you that silence, too, is part of creation. Take one last deep breath for this moment. Let it expand inside you, like light crossing the void. You are moving through the universe even now, carried by the same current that moves galaxies and stars. You are surrounded by space billions of light years wide, yet it holds you gently, a cradle of nothing that makes everything possible. And in that quiet, you are never alone. If you could float through the universe without body or boundary, pure awareness, moving at the pace of light, you would drift through a cosmic landscape of opposites. Dense walls of galaxies glowing in threads of fire, then vast fields of shadow, smooth and silent, stretching beyond sight. You would pass through both, over and over, matter and void, brightness and rest, expansion and gravity. Each gives shape to the other. Each is part of one unbroken design. Take a slow, gentle breath and feel how even inside you, fullness and stillness alternate the inhale and the exhale of existence. The KBC Void, where we live, is one of the universe's widest breadths. It's an underdense region, a great cosmic valley surrounded by the mountain ranges of galaxies. And just as air moves from high pressure to low, galaxies drift gently from dense regions toward these hollows. Our own Milky Way is slowly gliding along that current, carried by gravity's quiet tide. We are, quite literally, falling into calm. Scientists use maps of galaxy motion to trace these invisible flows. They find that every galaxy moves as part of a greater pattern, converging toward clusters, diverging from voids. When they chart these motions in 3 dimensions, they reveal a universe not frozen in place, but alive with gentle currents, like the surface of a breathing sea. And in that ocean, our galaxy rides a soft, steady wave. Take another slow breath and picture yourself floating with it. The stars around you swaying like bioluminescent plankton in a cosmic tide. It's thought that the KBC Void helps define the direction of our motion toward a gravitational basin known as the Great Attractor. The void behind us expands, pushing outward, while the denser region ahead pulls inward. The balance between these two forces sets our galaxy's pace through space, a silent dialogue between emptiness and abundance. And through that dialogue, the structure of the cosmos sustains itself. Even opposites cooperate. That balance echoes in everything. Inside your lungs, the air expands and retreats. In your heart, contraction and release. In your thoughts, stillness and motion. The same rhythm that shapes galaxies beats quietly inside you. You are, in every way, a mirror of the universe. Take a breath and feel that kinship. The void is not outside you. It is within you too. If we could see dark matter, the invisible substance that makes up most of the universe's mass, we'd notice that even the void isn't truly empty. Dark matter threads through it in faint, unseen filaments, like the scaffolding of a ghostly cathedral. It doesn't shine, but it anchors everything that does. Even light feels its pull. Dark matter gives the void its shape, defining where galaxies can and cannot form. Without it, there would be no web at all, just chaos. And so, the emptiness is is structured. What seems like absence is in truth exquisite order, invisible geometry, holding the visible in place. It's a reminder that much of what sustains existence can't be seen, only felt through its effects. The unseen doesn't compete with the seen, it completes it. Take another calm breath and imagine those invisible threads stretching through the space around you, through the atoms of your body, through your thoughts themselves. In that sense, we are suspended, not falling, not rising, held by something we can't name but can always sense. The same unseen framework that shapes the universe also gives weight to our lives, and in both, stillness is not the end of movement, but its most refined form. From time to time, astronomers discover new voids, some even larger than the KBC Void. Each discovery deepens the mystery. Why are these vast hollows distributed as they are? Why do they grow as if breathing in rhythm with cosmic time? One idea is that voids are where dark energy most clearly reveals itself. In the absence of matter, this strange energy dominates, stretching space more efficiently. It is as if the universe, through its emptiest rooms, is teaching us how to see its most powerful force. Take another breath and let the thought settle. Emptiness is not weakness. It is the space where expansion happens. If you were to travel to the edge of our void, you would feel the pull of gravity intensify. The walls would grow denser, brighter, more complex. Clusters of galaxies would crowd together, their mutual attraction forming knots of light, the size of entire superclusters. Beyond those walls, other voids begin, and then more walls beyond them, a repeating lattice of creation, stretching without end. The pattern resembles the neural network of a brain or the web of roots beneath a forest. It's no wonder scientists sometimes call the universe the cosmic mind. From far enough away, it even looks like one vast, glowing, thinking in slow motion. Take another long, easy breath. You are one small thought in that cosmic mind, and the universe is dreaming through you. It's easy to think of voids as lonely places, but they are anything but. They are the foundation of the cosmic design, the backdrop against which everything meaningful happens. Without them, there would be no room for galaxies to grow or light to travel. They are, in the deepest sense, the universe's compassion, its willingness to give space to its own creations. Inside the KBC Void, that compassion feels like peace. Light passes freely, gravity rests, and time stretches long enough for life to look back and notice. We are living in that rare pause, the gentle intermission between cosmic symphonies. We are not separate from the silence, we are the silence that learned to see itself. Take another slow breath and let that realization settle softly over you. Even now, as you listen, your body is full of the universe's echoes. Every atom within you was once part of a star that shone somewhere beyond this void. When that star died, it scattered its elements across space, carried by time, until gravity gathered them here, in you. You are the void made visible. You are its awareness. And perhaps that is why it feels so peaceful to contemplate emptiness. We recognize it as something familiar, not foreign, but home. The stillness of space is the stillness inside us. The slow drift of galaxies is the rhythm of our own lives, written large. Every exhale we release joins the same expansion that carries the stars apart. Every heartbeat we feel is the echo of the first vibration, the one that began the universe itself. Take one more deep, patient breath. You are part of that first vibration, still not apart from it, but continuing it. The void expands. You breathe. The pattern is the same, and in that repetition, everything becomes connected from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy. From your heartbeat to the hum of creation, you are inside the void. But the void is also inside you. Calm, eternal, alive. If you could drift at the speed of thought, without the need for breath or form, you might travel through the void, as if through a dream, slow, endless, translucent. No boundaries, no destination, only the faint rhythm of the galaxies surrounding you, like faraway lanterns glowing in liquid dark. They shimmer at the edges of perception, connected by invisible filaments of gravity and time. The spaces between them stretch softly, each second lengthening into something you can almost touch. And through it all, there is a calm so profound that even the concept of motion begins to fade. Take a long, easy breath and feel that calm begin to mirror itself inside you. We often think of the universe as full of stars, but really, it is full of space. The ratio is almost impossible to imagine. For every particle of matter, there are countless cubic meters of nothing. And yet, this nothing is not emptiness. It is potential. It is the medium through which everything that exists can move, connect, and evolve. In this sense, the void is not the absence of creation, but its canvas. Without it, no galaxy could spin, no light could travel, no moment could pass. Here, inside the KBC Void, we live on that canvas, tiny brushstrokes on an infinite painting. The matter around us may be sparse, but it is enough. Enough for stars to burn, for worlds to orbit, for minds to wonder. It's almost poetic that intelligence arose not in a crowded cluster, but in one of the universe's quietest corners. Perhaps it needed that quiet to hear itself think. Take another slow breath, and imagine that thought itself, floating like a ripple across the calm sea of the void. Scientists say that voids act as accelerators for cosmic expansion, because there is less matter to slow them down. These regions of space stretch more quickly than denser areas. In a way, the void is a glimpse of the universe's future, a preview of what all space will eventually become. Over time, as expansion continues, the dense filaments between voids will thin and fade. The universe will smooth itself out, becoming quieter, dimmer, and colder. It will look more like the KBC Void does now, a vast, tranquil ocean with only distant lights scattered across its horizon. And in that future, perhaps far beyond the lifetime of any star, the universe will resemble a great memory, a calm recollection of its own beginning. Take another gentle breath and let that image drift through your thoughts. The cosmos remembering itself, softly, forever. The story of the void is not just the story of where we live. It is also the story of how we know. All our measurements, all our observations, pass through this underdense space before reaching us. The light from distant galaxies must cross billions of years of calm before it arrives at our telescopes. Along the way, it stretches the redshift that tells us how much space has expanded since the light began its journey. This is how scientists can tell that the universe is growing, and that the rate of that growth is accelerating. The void, though silent, carries that evidence within it like an invisible fingerprint. It's a quiet irony. The emptiest places are the ones that hold the clearest answers, because there is less interference, less noise, less distraction. The signals that reach us from across the cosmos are cleaner, purer, more precise. The KBC Void may be vast and silent, but within its silence, the truth of the universe becomes easier to hear. Take a slow breath and imagine listening to that silence, not with ears, but with awareness. It's easy to think of silence as absence, but in the language of the cosmos, silence is presence in its purest form. It's what remains when everything unnecessary falls away. The universe, after all, began in silence, not the silence of nothing, but the silence before sound, before light, before matter, before time began to speak. In that first moment, there was only potential, waiting for the spark of existence. Every void in the cosmos is a faint echo of that origin, a place where the universe remembers how to be still. Take another slow, soft breath, and let the stillness of that beginning flow through you. Even the atoms in your body, carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, once drifted through such a space. They were formed in the hearts of ancient stars, then scattered across the universe when those stars died. For billions of years, they wandered through the void until gravity called them home, gathering them into new stars, new planets, new beings. You are made of particles that once floated freely through the emptiness between galaxies. You are the void, condensed into awareness. Think of that the next time you look at the night sky, that you are not looking into something separate from you, but into your own ancestry. The space between stars is your history, your origin, your quiet continuation. Scientists often talk about structure formation, the process by which matter condenses into galaxies and clusters over time. But there is another kind of structure too, the structure of emptiness. The voids between galaxies are not random. They have patterns, symmetries, even boundaries. They grow and merge like living organisms, expanding as matter drains away from their centers toward the filaments that define their edges. The KBC Void is part of this grand evolution, a cosmic cell in a universe made of trillions of them. Each void expands, connects, and reshapes, contributing to the larger rhythm of existence. It's almost biological, a universal heartbeat, pulsing through space and time. Take a deep breath and imagine that heartbeat, slow, immense, steady. If you could translate that rhythm into music, it would be so low, so vast, that only the universe itself could hear it. Galaxies would dance to its tempo, stars would pulse in time, and even the expansion of space would be part of its harmony. And somewhere within that music, Earth spins a single note, faint but clear. You are listening to that symphony now, though you may not notice. Every vibration, every photon, every pulse of life, all are part of the same composition. Take another long, calming breath. You are part of the music, not a listener outside it. From here inside the void, the universe looks both infinite and intimate. The distances are unimaginable, yet every atom in your body responds to the same laws that move galaxies, the same physics, the same rhythm, the same silence. The void reminds us that scale is an illusion. Whether we measure in meters or in light years, everything is built from the same invisible substance, space itself. And space is not nothing. It is everything that allows anything to exist. Take one last slow breath for this moment. Feel it flow through you, as quietly as the universe expands. Beyond your walls, beyond your sky, beyond the Milky Way itself, the void continues vast, soft, unbroken. It is not an empty place to escape from, but the place that holds everything together. And if you listen carefully, you can almost hear it, the gentle, endless breath of creation, echoing across eternity. Imagine drifting deeper still, past the last faint glow of our galaxy, into the quietest reaches of the KBC Void. There, the light from the universe grows thin, not gone, but stretched, softened, slowed. Every color dissolves into a faint silver haze, and if you could look around, you'd see something remarkable. Not blackness, but transparency, a clarity so perfect that it almost disappears. This is the purest silence the cosmos can offer a space. So still, it feels like thought itself. Take a slow, calm breath, and let that silence move gently through you. In this quiet, there is no sense of direction, no up, no down, no before or after, only motion. expanding equally in every way. You are floating inside the fabric of time and time. Here is elastic. It stretches like light as the void expands. Each second is longer than the last. Each distance softer than the one before. It's not emptiness that defines this space, but the absence of urgency. Nothing here hurries. Even the galaxies beyond the horizon are content to drift, as though the universe has found a perfect, peaceful equilibrium. Scientists say that dark energy is what drives this expansion, an invisible pressure filling every corner of space, stronger here in the void where matter is scarce. It's as if the universe sighs into its emptiest rooms, exhaling energy that becomes distance itself. And while we can't see or touch it, we live within it constantly. Every breath you take is surrounded by dark energy. Every atom in your body floats in it, carried along by its quiet insistence. It is the most mysterious presence in existence, not because it hides, but because it reveals itself only through gentleness. Take another slow breath and let that gentleness settle in your mind. If you could listen to this vast stillness long enough, you might begin to notice that it isn't truly empty at all. Quantum theory tells us that even the quietest vacuum hums faintly with activity particles appearing and disappearing in waves too fast for any eye to see. Even in the void, reality never quite stops. It flickers, softly, like the heartbeat of creation, too subtle for sound. Perhaps that is what eternity feels like. Not endless time, but continuous presence. And we, drifting here in our small galaxy, are part of that presence. Every heartbeat, every breath, every quiet thought is a continuation of that same cosmic rhythm. You are not separate from the void. You are made of it, a condensation of stillness into form. You are the pause that became aware of itself. Take another deep, slow breath and let that truth expand gently through you. Somewhere beyond the far edge of the KBC Void, galaxies collide in bursts of light. Black holes twist in slow rotation, and stars are born from collapsing clouds of gas. The universe, in all its noise and energy, still needs places like this, places of calm, where it can breathe, where light can travel unbroken, where awareness can grow. Without the void, the cosmos would be a crowded storm. With it, everything has room to unfold. So when you look up at the stars tonight, remember that the darkness between them is not nothing. It is balance. It is the soft architecture of the universe, the still hand holding the brush while creation paints. We are not trapped in this void. We are embraced by it. It is the space that allows us to exist at all. Take one last quiet breath for this moment. You are floating inside that embrace right now, suspended in a silence older than light, wrapped in the calm that makes all things possible. The void is not outside you. It is the stillness beneath every thought, the pause between every heartbeat, the infinite that lives quietly inside the finite. And in that stillness, everything is at peace. If you could linger here, inside the still air of the cosmic void, you might notice that even silence has texture. It moves in invisible patterns. The way air trembles above warm ground or water ripples when no wind blows. The void hums not with sound, but with tension, with the quiet energy of space expanding through itself. You are surrounded by this hum right now. It moves through the air around you, through your lungs, through every atom that composes your skin. The same rhythm that pulls galaxies apart also holds you together. Take a slow breath and feel that subtle vibration running through you, the low music of the universe, patient and infinite. Scientists once thought of nothingness as absolute, as a true zero, a void in which even energy ceased to exist. But modern physics tells a softer story. Even the emptiest vacuum seethes with invisible motion, a foam of quantum possibility. Particles flicker in and out of being, each one a temporary sigh in the lungs of space. They appear, vanish, and appear again, a cycle as old as time itself. So, the void isn't a void at all. It's a field of potential, full of things not yet formed, but already whispering their intent. If matter is the story of what has happened, then the void is the story of what might. Take another slow breath, and let the potential of that thought expand quietly inside you. There's a strange comfort in realizing that even emptiness is creative. It never stops producing, it just does so quietly, invisibly, without drama. Every star that exists today began as a ripple in this unseen sea of quantum possibility. Every atom that forms your body, every cell, every breath, all emerged from the deep stillness that lives beneath noise. The universe, it seems, is not built from chaos, but from patience. It waits, and in its waiting, everything becomes possible. Inside the KBC Void, that waiting feels amplified. Galaxies drift slower here. Star formation happens more gently. Gravity works with softer hands. The result is a kind of cosmic meditation, a region where the universe practices stillness. It's as if space itself chose to rest for a while, to observe rather than to act. Perhaps that's why awareness emerged here, because in silence, perception has room to awaken. Take another calm breath, and imagine that your awareness, too, is the void watching itself. We often think of ourselves as separate from the cosmos, observers peering into its mysteries from afar, but that's an illusion born of scale. You are not looking at the universe. You are looking from within it. Your mind, your body, your breath, all are woven from the same matter and energy that shaped the stars. The atoms in your eyes once burned in suns that lived and died billions of years ago. The calcium in your bones was forged in a supernova that sent its ashes drifting through the very void that now holds you. You are the cosmos, condensed into awareness, reflecting on itself through thought. Take another long, gentle breath, and let that realization rest softly in you. Even now, as you listen, light continues to cross the KBC Void, ancient light, from galaxies whose names we will never know. It moves through the thin air of nothing, unchanged by the silence around it, carrying with it stories of what once was. When it reaches our telescopes, it becomes knowledge. When it reaches your eyes, it becomes wonder. That is how the universe speaks, not with words, but with light, traveling across oceans of calm to be seen. There's something deeply human about that, the desire to reach across distance, to be understood. Perhaps that's what all light is doing, on every scale, bridging the gap between isolation and recognition. Even in the emptiest corners of space, that longing persists, the will to be known, the urge to connect. Take another slow breath, and feel that connection between you and everything else. You are not separate from the galaxies. You are their continuation. The same void that surrounds them surrounds you, not as exile, but as belonging. The KBC Void isn't a place we live in. It is what we are. We are the calm between bursts of energy, the silence between waves, the pause in the sentence of existence. We are what allows creation to breathe. Take one last slow breath for this moment. Let it move through you like light through still water. Feel the space within you matching the space around you, vast, quiet, full of hidden motion. You are the void's witness, its student, its mirror, and through you, the silence becomes known. If you listen closely enough, not with your ears, but with your attention, you can almost hear the quiet heartbeat of the universe. It is not sound, not vibration, but a rhythm felt through time itself. Every pulse of expansion, every breath of distance, echoes softly through the fabric of everything. This is the song of the void, slow, endless, and serene. You are part of that song. Even now, as you breathe and feel the weight of stillness around you, take a slow, steady breath and let it merge with the rhythm of that unseen pulse. Inside the KBC Void, this cosmic rhythm moves unhindered, with less matter to resist it. Space stretches freely, light travels longer, stars drift farther, and time glides more smoothly than in crowded regions of the universe. It's a perfect balance of motion and calm, a kind of cosmic meditation where creation learns to rest. Scientists studying this region often describe it as a low-density bubble, but such words barely touch its meaning. To live inside it is to float within the quietest possible version of reality, where every movement is deliberate and slow. If you could stand on a planet in the center of this void and look outward, you would see the universe like a glowing tapestry around you, distant walls of light, curved like the inside of a great shell. Those walls are the galaxies forming the edges of the void. Between them, darkness reigns, but not the darkness of nothing, the darkness of possibility. It's as though the cosmos has left this space open, a breathing room for its own thoughts. Take another slow breath, and imagine standing there beneath a sky wider than imagination, surrounded by the faint hum of infinity. The further science explores, the more it finds that emptiness is not the enemy of existence, but its foundation. Even within atoms, the building blocks of matter, most of what exists is space. The nucleus at the center is small beyond comprehension, and the electrons orbiting it are like faint whispers in a cathedral of nothing. Everything solid you've ever touched is built mostly from emptiness. You are built from emptiness, and yet you exist, proof that nothingness itself can become form. When you breathe, the air that fills your lungs carries atoms once scattered through this same void. Some came from ancient stars, some from comets that crossed intergalactic space. Every particle of oxygen and hydrogen you inhale is a traveler, a messenger from faraway corners of the universe. The void connects us all, even when we cannot see it. Take another calm breath and think of that every inhale is an echo of the cosmos itself. In the quiet of the void, distances become immense beyond measure. Even light, the fastest traveler, takes billions of years to cross it. Some of the photons reaching our telescopes tonight began their journey before Earth existed. They have been gliding through the stillness of this underdense space, stretched by time, softened by expansion, until they arrive as the faintest glimmers of ancient fire. When we capture that light, we are not just observing the universe, we are remembering it. We are catching a memory from a time when galaxies were closer, when everything was warmer, denser, younger. The void is not only space, it is memory stretched into distance. Take another deep breath and let that realization move through you like a soft wave. Someday, far in the future, that light will no longer reach us. The universe will have expanded so much that even nearby galaxies will slip beyond the horizon of visibility. From our perspective, they will fade, not because they stop shining, but because their light can no longer cross the growing distance. Future beings, if they exist, will look into the sky and see only darkness. The cosmic web, the evidence of creation, will be gone from view, and they will never know that once there was a time when the universe was alive with light, when galaxies spoke to one another across the void, and life had a window to see it all. That window is now. We are living in the moment of greatest visibility, the single era in cosmic history when light and consciousness coexist, when the universe can look back at itself and understand. We are the eyes of the void, open just long enough to see its beauty before it fades. Take one last slow breath for this moment. You are here, in the rarest time imaginable, inside a cosmic hollow that grants you the stillness to see everything, to know everything, to feel connected to it all. The void is not a prison of silence. It is the quiet place the universe built so that awareness could bloom. And through you, it has. If you could hold a single moment still, the faint flicker of a thought, the quiet between heartbeats, you would know what the void feels like. It is the stillness between movements, the pause between breaths, the infinite patience that lets all things unfold. It is not lonely, not cold, but balanced, a silence that listens rather than waits. And in that listening, the universe continues to grow. Take a slow, calm breath and let your exhale become part of that expansion. Scientists sometimes describe the voids as the negative space of creation. But in art, negative space is not empty. It defines what is seen. The blankness between lines, the calm between colors, these give the painting its meaning. The KBC Void is like that. It doesn't subtract from the universe. It reveals it. Through its stillness, we can see the luminous structure of everything else, the walls of galaxies, the threads of light, the endless scaffolding of existence. Imagine floating in that space, looking outward. From your vantage point, the universe forms a perfect sphere, faintly glowing, impossibly distant, but complete. Each point of light you see is a galaxy, and each one moves gently away, carried by the slow tide of expansion. There is no up or down, no center, no edge, just motion everywhere, in all directions, and through that motion, peace. Take another slow breath and picture that expanding sphere around you, luminous, infinite, breathing in time with your lungs. The more we study the void, the more it teaches us about balance. Everywhere in nature, opposites coexist. Light and shadow, sound and silence, presence and space. Without the void, galaxies would have nowhere to form. Without matter, the void would have no meaning. They are partners in the same eternal rhythm. We see the same pattern in ourselves. Every thought arises from stillness and returns to it. Every heartbeat follows a pause. Even love needs distance to be felt. In every way that matters, the universe is simply teaching us how to breathe. Take a soft breath in and let it out slowly, as if releasing galaxies into the dark. When light travels through the KBC Void, it stretches not because it tires, but because space itself expands beneath it. This stretching changes its wavelength, turning blue into red, red into infrared, and eventually into a frequency too long for human eyes to see. This is why astronomers describe the most distant galaxies as redshifted. But if you think of light as a voice, this redshift is simply the deepening of tone, the universe lowering its pitch as it ages, speaking more slowly with each passing eon. We are listening to that cosmic voice right now, a lullaby sung across billions of years. Take another calm breath and imagine that voice humming softly through space, long, low, eternal. Sometimes, late at night, when telescopes are aimed at the darkest regions of the sky, scientists find faint traces of galaxies within the void. They are small, fragile things, irregular in shape, made of younger stars, drifting far from their neighbors. They form slowly, untouched by the violent collisions that shape denser galaxies. These lonely spirals and dwarfs are the introverts of the cosmos, glowing quietly in isolation. And yet, they may outlive the rest. In the stillness of the void, where gravity's tug is soft and collisions are rare, they can spin in peace for trillions of years. The calm that surrounds them is not an emptiness to escape from, but a refuge to endure within. Take a deep breath and let that image rest inside you, small lights surviving in infinite calm. Perhaps that is the true gift of the void endurance. It reminds us that stillness is not stagnation, that quiet is not the absence of meaning. Even in the emptiest space, creation continues. Even in the deepest silence, motion never stops. The void endures because it is patient, and in its patience, it outlasts everything else. Take one last slow breath for this moment. You are living inside that patience. The same calm that holds the galaxies in their slow drift holds you now. You are made of light that once crossed this void, of atoms that once floated through it, of stillness that once dreamed of life. You are the awareness that gives the void its voice. And in that voice, the universe finds its peace. If you could pause time at this very moment, if every star, every wave of light, every heartbeat stopped, you would discover that stillness is not the opposite of life. It is life, simply seen without motion. The void teaches us this, that existence continues even in silence. That energy does not disappear when it slows. That being is not dependent on noise, but on presence. Take a deep, slow breath and let that presence settle through you like falling dust. The KBC Void surrounds us with this quiet truth. We live within a structure so vast that our entire galaxy is just one grain of light suspended in its calm. The emptiness is humbling, yes, but it is also protective. A space where gravity's chaos softens, where collisions are rare, where light has the freedom to wander. It is because of this calm that we can look outward and see the universe at all. Our void is not a flaw in creation. It is its window. Through that window, we see the story of everything. We see how galaxies weave themselves into filaments. We see how gravity pulls and dark energy releases. We see how the universe grows from simplicity into complexity, from fire into awareness. And all of that understanding, all of that discovery is made possible by the space we live in, the emptiness that grants us perspective. If the universe were crowded, our vision would blur. If everything were noise, we would never hear the song. Take another calm breath and let your awareness expand until it touches that still horizon. There is something deeply comforting about knowing that we live in a quiet place within a loud universe. While other regions blaze with supernovae and quasar winds, our corner drifts like a soft lull in the storm. Here, the night sky is wide and clear. Here, light from other galaxies arrives unbroken, carrying the stories of stars that burned before humanity existed. Here, consciousness had time to form, to wonder, to ask, what is all this? Perhaps the universe needed this stillness not just to balance its energy, but to hear itself think. You are part of that thought. Every question you ask, every moment you look upward and feel awe, is the universe continuing its own reflection. When you contemplate the void contemplates itself through you. That is what awareness truly is: matter, realizing it can feel, energy realizing it can know. The quiet of the cosmos and the quiet of your mind are not separate things. They are two mirrors facing each other, stretching into infinity. Take another soft, steady breath and imagine those mirrors endless, luminous, reflecting the same calm light forever. In that reflection lies one of the great paradoxes of the universe, that emptiness and fullness are the same. A star and a void are both expressions of the same underlying fabric space itself, bending in different ways. A galaxy gathers that space tightly into matter and heat. A void lets it stretch and relax. Both are necessary. Both are beautiful. Together they create the universe's rhythm, contraction and release, gravity and expansion, birth and rest. Everything, from the smallest cell to the largest supercluster, follows that same pattern. If you close your eyes, you might feel that rhythm within you, the pulse of your blood, the rise and fall of your lungs, the brief pause after each exhale. That pause is your personal void, the instant between motion, when everything is still. It is there that peace hides. It is there that creation begins again. Take another slow breath and linger for a moment in that pause, that quiet between heartbeats. Scientists believe that, billions of years from now, the KBC Void will continue to grow. The galaxies along its walls will drift even farther apart until their light fades from view. Eventually, our own galaxy may become a lonely island in an ever-expanding sea. But that fate isn't tragic, it's natural. It's the universe breathing out, fulfilling its design. And just as every breath must end before the next begins, so too must every era of light give way to stillness. In that far future, new forms of beauty will emerge. Not stars or galaxies, but the geometry of calm itself. The void will become the universe's final artwork, a masterpiece painted in transparency, silence, and patience. Take one last deep, easy breath for this moment. You are already part of that artwork. The space within you mirrors the space around you. You are not separate from the cosmos, you are its awareness, folded softly inside a bubble of peace. Every breath you take is the universe remembering itself. And in that remembrance, all is well. If you could drift far enough, beyond thought, beyond sound, beyond even light, you would feel the universe not as something to observe, but as something to be. No edges, no boundaries, no beginning or end, only the quiet realization that you were never apart from it in the first place. You have always been inside this great unfolding, inside this calm, this breath, this void that is not empty, but full of invisible meaning. Take a slow, easy breath and let that knowing rise like warmth inside you. The KBC Void, our cosmic home, is one of countless hollows woven into the universe's vast design. Each one is different, but all share the same purpose: to make space for expansion. They are the universe's resting places, its gentle pauses between notes of creation, and we, living inside one, are witnesses to this grand rhythm, the moment when stillness and awareness overlap perfectly. Imagine zooming out from Earth until the entire Milky Way becomes a faint spiral, then smaller still, until it fades into the blue mist of the void. Beyond that, the other galaxies of Laniakea form threads of light along the walls of this cosmic hollow. The edges are so far away that even light takes billions of years to reach them. And farther still, other voids expand, each breathing softly, each growing at its own pace. The cosmic web stretches like a living organism, pulsing gently in the darkness. Take another slow breath and feel that pulse traveling through you, ancient and familiar. There is a kind of forgiveness in the structure of the universe. It wastes nothing. Even the emptiness serves a purpose. Every photon that travels through the void adds to its quiet illumination. Every gravitational ripple that passes through it strengthens the bonds between galaxies. Even the spaces between atoms, the empty regions inside your own body, are made of that same forgiving silence. You are, in essence, a pocket of the universe learning to love its own calm. Scientists once feared that discovering we live in a void might mean our measurements of the cosmos were wrong, that our data was distorted, our understanding flawed. But with time, they realized the opposite might be true, that our position gives us a clearer view. In the thin, quiet light of the void, the noise of gravity is reduced. The background hum of cosmic radiation is softer. We can see farther, measure more precisely, and understand more deeply. The emptiness is not a flaw. It is a lens polished by silence. Take another breath and think about that. That even in life, clarity often comes not from the crowded moments, but from the spaces between them. The same principle echoes through everything we know. Music needs pauses to be beautiful. Speech needs quiet to carry meaning. Even thought needs emptiness to renew itself. The universe, it seems, follows the same law. The galaxies are its melody, but the void is its rhythm. The long rests that let the notes breathe. And we, here, in this quiet patch of space, are part of that rhythm. We are the silence between stars, alive and aware. Take another calm breath and let the thought expand through you, wide and still. The more we understand about the KBC Void, the more it mirrors our own lives. We too are made of contrasts, presence and absence, movement and stillness, light and shadow. We need our own voids, the moments of solitude, of reflection, of rest to remember who we are. The universe is not asking us to fill every silence. It is inviting us to honor it, to sit within it and listen. The way galaxies float within the stillness of space, perhaps that is the quiet secret written across the stars, that the void isn't an emptiness to escape, but a home to understand. It is the natural balance between chaos and peace, between doing and simply being. It is where everything returns and where everything begins again. Take one last slow breath for this moment. Feel the soft weight of the air in your lungs, the calm of space beyond your skin. The same energy that drives galaxies apart flows gently through you. You are not in the void. You are the void, aware of itself. You are the silence made visible, the stillness made alive, the universe taking a single, conscious breath. And now, as our journey through the cosmic void comes to its final drift, imagine yourself resting weightless, suspended in a peace that feels endless. There is no more movement to chase, no more questions to answer, only stillness, unfolding gently through you, like the slow tide of the stars. Take a long, quiet breath and feel it expand through the same space that expands through galaxies. The KBC Void, vast beyond comprehension, is not a place to fear. It is the soft underside of existence, the silence that makes all sound possible, the darkness that gives every light its meaning. It reminds us that creation is not constant noise or motion. Sometimes it is the pause, the breath, the waiting. Even the universe needed stillness before it could begin. You live in that stillness now. You always have. Every heartbeat is an echo of that first expansion. Every moment of calm you've ever felt watching rain, listening to waves, sitting quietly beneath the night sky, is the universe reminding you where you came from. You were born in light, yes, but also in quiet. And one day, when all the stars have faded, it will be to that same quiet that everything returns. Take another slow breath and let the calm fill you completely. It's strange to think that the greatest mystery in all of science, the nature of the universe itself, may be wrapped in silence rather than complexity. We look for answers in equations, in telescopes, in distant galaxies, but the truth might be simpler and gentler. Perhaps the universe isn't asking to be solved. Perhaps it only asks to be witnessed with curiosity, with stillness, with awe. Because when we look outward into the void, we are also looking inward. We see the same balance of light and silence inside ourselves. We see the same patience. We see the same rhythm, the expansion and contraction, the inhale and exhale, the endless conversation between being and becoming. The KBC Void is a reminder that nothingness is not the end of something, but the space that allows everything to exist. Even now, as you breathe, the air inside your lungs mirrors the emptiness between galaxies. It is space that lets the breath move. It is stillness that lets the heart beat. And it is quiet that lets awareness unfold. Take another gentle breath. Let it arrive without effort and leave without resistance. Somewhere, far beyond the reach of our instruments, new voids are forming, expanding quietly into the fabric of time, and each one vast, silent, and full of potential, carries the same lesson, that existence does not need to shout to be heard. It only needs to be. And so, as the light from distant galaxies fades softly across the horizon of perception, let your thoughts do the same. Let them drift outward, lighter and lighter, until all that remains is the calm awareness of being here, inside this moment, inside this silence, inside this infinite, breathing universe. Take one last slow, deep breath, and as you exhale, let it go, as though you were releasing an entire galaxy into peace. Thank you for exploring this peace with me. If your eyes feel heavy, close them. Sleep well, stay curious, and see you next time. May the universe gently embrace you. Fall asleep to science.